Morning. PocketKnifesBlog.com. Steel salute. Ooh, almost hit the laptop on that one. That was close. Up for review today. Great Eastern Cutlery. I'm going to get in there. How do you do this? Go up, down. Yeah, let's go. Oh, well, all right. Maybe I could. Northfield, unexcelled. 792312, Montana, Workhorse, Whittler, burnt Stag handles. I got to show you this because the packaging on these knives is epic. It comes in a nice tube, keeps the knife from getting hurt, and then some wax paper. And there she is. Now, this is not new by any def. I mean, it was sent to me new. From Great Eastern Cutlery, but I have already given it a workout. If you look in the video, if you're on my blog, you can look in the video below. There's going to be two videos in this knife review where I cut up a pile of cardboard from some boxes that I actually saved to do just that. And I gave this knife, this Workhorse Whittler, a workout. I did. And one of the things that I have to do is, as somebody who reviews knives, and I don't live close to the woods, is I have to, or live close to the outdoors, I have to find ways to review a knife in a couple, 2 to 3 weeks, as if I had owned the knife for a year or two. So I sat around and cut up a big old pile of cardboard the other day. And I mean, I just cut off some strips of it, and you just see the video below if you want. But anyhow, this is a Tim Taylor Tool Time knife. It just is. I mean, everything about this eeks and talks more power, more oomph, more get up and go, more everything. I mean, it's hefty in the handle, hefty in the hand. It's got 3, I love the size of that spear blade. Do you love the size of that? 1095 carbon steel, all 3 blades, just epic. And these have been worked over and sharpened and resharpened. There's your clip blade. This is nice. I feel like I'm modeling a knife right now. Holy moly. And then you have the sheep foot blade here. Right there. That's awful nice. And everything that I have done in this review, and you is below the video below, of where I take and use all the blades and cut and cut and cut. And I cut up a pile. You can't see there, but probably a couple of inches thick. And of just cardboard, which I'll use for kindling in the winter, because when it gets below 60 here in Florida, we got to start a fire, man. That's chilly. Oof. So anyhow, now we this the aesthetics of this is fantastic. It's epic. It's beautiful. I don't know. Can you see the thickness there? That knife has got some shoulders. Probably 3/4 of an inch thick. Now, great snap in all the blades. Watch your finger on that one. Now, a couple of things to point out that I noticed in the knife. Obviously, coming out of the box, it's sharp as a razor. I did put a good workout on it and had to resharpen it, so there was no problem with that. Resharpening the blades, even though my sharpening skills aren't as good as others. One of the things I noticed in the review of the knife is here again, I have to handle it. The tang corners, I don't know if you can see it there, this tang corner right there, and on these 2 blades, could be rounded. That could, yeah, you're probably stretching it. Geez, Scott, you're getting awful picky. Well, that's what I do, is I pick. I get picky with my knives and when I review them. So I did notice that everything else is uptight and out of sight. Has one of the coolest parts about this knife is that there's 3 individual liners, or springs I should say, 3 individual springs, one for each blade. In most Whittlers that I've seen, which isn't many, is each you'll have 2 springs. This knife has 3. You can probably see it a little bit better there with the reflection of the light. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll move it up in there closer. Does have some nice shine, doesn't it? Beautiful knife. Absolutely gorgeous. So that is it's a 2-handed open. It's not a 1-hand open knife. One of the other small teeny weeny curveballs I had with the knife was, see the nail nick right there on the spear point blade? Can you see it? I mean, it's a nice long pull, but it's a little bit of a challenge, and you're not going to be able to see it. I'm just telling you, it's a little bit of a challenge to get your thumb in all that's exposed. See, I missed. My nails are trimmed, but they're not that short. You've got to really get it just right so you get the blade. And that's another thing. Watch out with the spear point blade on this, is it has a powerful snap, but a powerful half stop right there. The first time that I opened the knife, it got a hold of my thumbnail, and I'm like, whoa, that was brutal. So you want to, the nail nick right there, just somehow it needs a little bit more exposure. It's I guess it's a shy nail nick, if you will. It's a little bit scared and hesitant. No, only kidding. It needs a little bit more. It just needs a little bit more to put the stud of your thumb into. The blade in front of it, the clip blade, is just, man, it could go down a 1/16 of an inch. And anyhow, it just could use a little bit more grip. See, great snap. I did notice that after use and hammering and hacking up those boxes, that the sheepfoot blade has a micro smidgen. You know how much that is? Very, 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 very small amount of a wobble. Just a micro. You can't even see it on here. I can feel it, but you can't see it. Anyhow, just a couple of little small factors that I noticed in reviewing the knife. Just an epic knife. I don't know that you can find these for sale. I think they made a very small limited production, 25 or 50 pieces. I don't actually know. If you can find one, you should do everything in your power to obtain one and apprehend one and make one for your collection. That's another thing. You know, I scored this knife on the collectability. Anytime you get a knife that you can't figure out if you should use it or just collect it, that makes the collectability a 10. So anyhow, this is the GEC Great Eastern Cutlery Northfield Unexcelled 792312 Montana Workhorse Whittler Burnt Stag Knife. If you can find one, you should get one. The final Steel Salute score. Ooh, got the laptop that time. 9.0. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We got some more stuff up for review. Talk to you soon.